It's time to get serious about your lawn. It's time to step up to the best mower brand money can buy. For nearly 4 decades, Skag has been the easy choice for lawn care professionals. Don't settle for anything less than simply the best when it comes to mowing your lawn. There's sure to be a Skag model that's perfect for your yard, big or small. Make your lawn the envy of the neighborhood. Visit your local Skag dealer today. Skag, simply the best.
On our special edition of Litter Media Live, focusing on Pickaway County today, and we are happy to have with us Dale Herron. Dale is with the ArtsaRound Gallery in downtown Circleville. And Dale, we were talking just a moment ago about you being part of the original circle that was what we call now Round Town.
Yes, our gallery is housed in a building owned by the Pickaway County Historical Society. It's at 135 West Main Street. And it was the last property that was on the original circle. So it's got a lot of history to it. It still retains the pie-shaped wedge. And if you go up on the second floor of our gallery, you look out, you can see how that tapers off. Quite interesting.
Being a Pickaway County native, very familiar with the round drawing that we used to see of the original foundation of Circleville. And I often wondered if any of those buildings were still around. And now you're confirming that, at least one, right?
Yes, it's the building downtown that says bank at the top of it. It's very unique, and it was a bank for most of its history. And it's still set up as a bank. We have, in fact, one of our rooms is the old vault with steel walls and riveted joints. Pretty cool.
And being an art gallery, that's where you can keep a lot of the important stuff, right?
Yeah, it's all important. It's all beautiful. Yeah, that's great.
For folks who have never been to your art gallery before, what sort of, I mean, we're familiar with the Pump House Center for the Arts here in Chillicothe. What sort of displays do you have? And I imagine you have shows going in and out throughout the year.
Yes, we have 3 gallery spaces available in the gallery, main floor, second floor, and a third floor. We have rotating exhibits that go in and out based on period of the year and time of important things that are going on. We also have consignment spaces where an artist can come in and rent out a 10 by 10 section to hang or mount, or they can do ceramics or watercolors or whatever, but they can do as a monthly a month-to-month kind of rental space. And every once in a while we'll get somebody who donates some art and say, hey, I found this in the closet, and it was, we'll look at it, it's like, wow, this is worth selling. So we'll hang that or find spaces. The gallery, we try to make it a place where art can be viewed or bought or made or sold. So it's a great place for professional artists to be able to maybe even rent out a whole room and have a month-long show, or consignment spaces for those maybe more amateur hobbyists. Try to make it for all creatives. We also have a space in there for authors. In fact, the old vault that I just talked about we're converting that to all local authors. There's a ton of local authors in Circleville. In fact, last Saturday we had our first authors roundtable, extremely well attended, and I think we had 11 authors locally, both professional and amateur. So it was a good time.
For folks who are, I mean, you think about the arts, and it's more than paintings, it's more than photography, and like you say, adding authors into this, that's right up that alley.
Yeah, ArtsaRound, who is our parent organization, has been around for 20 years in Pickaway County. Our mission statement is to nurture all forms of art. And that might be literary art for authors. It might be visual arts for painters and sculptors and watercolorists and ceramicists. Performance art. We team with a lot of singers and bands, drama units, thespians, some of that. We have Around Town Players here in Pickaway County, which does a lot of local productions. We team up with them every once in a while and give them some promotion. We work with some of the drama clubs in town. We have also been known just to have a impromptu concert on our gallery steps on a Saturday or Sunday afternoon. So we try to really hit on all types of art. We feel that by nurturing all forms of art, that really just creates a better Pickaway County. It deepens the culture base. It makes Pickaway County a better place to live. It just makes it more fun. Every week that I am at the gallery, somebody will come up to me and say, I'm glad Pickaway County has something like this. And it's not just the gallery is more for our visual artists, but we work behind the scenes quite a bit to hit all forms of art. It's kind of a passion of ours.
Yeah, are there any? I'm trying to remember if there are any artists who have really stood out over the years. I know here, one of the most famous artists in Chillicothe is Alan Goff. And I imagine that there is some type of connection like that for Pickaway County also.
Yes, we've got, over the years, we have had quite a few authors who are artists and authors who have came to us and said, staple names in the community. We've had many who have taught in the school systems. And last summer, we had a focus on art teachers, and we invited, I think it was in August last year, we opened the gallery up and they all brought in pieces of their work, and it was quite interesting. But a lot of these teachers have been teaching for years and years, and have taught a lot of students who've gone on to make more students who have taught other students. Quite interesting. But we've got our Steve Spicers. We've got he was an art teacher for a long time, and he works a lot of wood cut stuff, linoleum cut, I should say. Some of his work's typically always up at the gallery. Very nice, very clean looking, very user friendly. Good stuff.
I recall as a young boy having art for the first opportunity. There was industrial arts back when I was in junior high, where you got to do a lot of woodworking and metalworks and things of that sort. But then getting into the high school area, you had the art class that you could go and just allow your creativity to roll, whether it be drawing, whether it be painting, whatever the case may be. Where did this start for you, and how did you get involved? What's your background?
I am a professional illustrator and designer. So I've have been doing this freelance and working in various businesses for a while since I graduated college. Loved art in high school. I loved art in elementary school. I knew pretty early off, maybe second or first grade, that I was going to be an artist when I grew up. And I said, you know what, it's great to create something that the world has never seen before. And it's a special thing when you can give somebody some art and it just kind of lights their eyes up, and that they're going to be hanging that on a wall in their house, or reading that story to their books. I do a lot of kids book illustration, so I know that there's a lot of kids being put to sleep by my artwork every night as mom and dad reads. But that it's nice. And I, as a professional artist, wanted to try to give back. And there's a lot of artists out there and creatives out there who just maybe don't get the chance to connect with their audience, or be on a visual, or on a stage, or and not able to really make it. So this is great for amateurs and professionals, what we're trying to do, and give them a leg up and a opportunity to get out and just connect a bit with their audiences.
Yeah, there's a lot of folks who maybe they doodle on the side, maybe it's a hobby drawing, whatever the case may be there. But to be able to step into the realm of making it a career, those folks like yourself, you've got a calling and a special talent that fortunately you're able to thrive by.
One of the things that we do that we're pretty proud of as an organization is we have a scholarship every year. It's called the Pre-Collegiate Visual Arts Scholarship, where we'll open that up to all 8th graders through 11th graders in the county. We have a juried competition, and we usually give out one main scholarship and a couple smaller scholarships every year, which will allow those students to, and this is more for visual arts, but will allow those students to take classes on the side to see what kind of things they like, mostly through CCAD, sometimes online stuff, sometimes over at OU Lancaster, but gives them a chance to figure out how, if art is something they want to go into as a career. And we've had several, I call them success stories. We've had several students have gone on into art college and have from then gone on to been artists in their own right, and who are now displaying back in the gallery as professional artists. Super cool. Very, very worthwhile endeavor to do that.
That's that paying forward starting to pay off.
Yeah,
in that respect. I know, talking with the visitors bureaus and other businesses, they like to collaborate. Do you do the same thing with art galleries?
We do. It's we are trying to connect with the Pump House, and there's a Delaware Art Castle, and there is a lot of small towns have a gallery kind of like ours, small to mid-sized town. Lancaster has the Decorative Arts Center, so kind of working off of them to pattern. We talked with some of their directors and how they work things. So teaming up, not done that yet, but that's a good idea. There is a nice collegial relationship between the two. We do team up with quite a few other local in-town organizations as well. Like I said, Round Town Players, we do things with them. There's a group called Uptown Circleville that we help beautify the downtown. In fact, originally, 20 years ago, the murals in Downtown Circleville, those are a direct result of ArtsaRound. You're asking about favorite artists and local artists. Eric Hinn, who did the murals, he's gone on to do murals everywhere. He's done a few shows with us before. We sell his prints at the gallery. So yes, we do work with others, and we're trying to work with some other downtown organizations to get some more murals up. Murals are a hot property now in revitalizing downtown areas. So we are working on a couple projects to see what we can do about that as well.
If you've not been to Circleville on a clear sunny day where the sky is blue, Mr. Hinn has captured that beautifully. I was fooled one day driving down Main Street. I'm like, wait a second, when did they put an arch in here? No, it's actually a mural. It's so lifelike and just incredible. We have a number around town here, and but for the Hinn, his art is not just local; it's gone nationally, hasn't it?
Mm-hmm. Yes, and he's always busy. I don't know where he sleeps, but he does a lot of water towers and not just murals. Huge, I mean, gigantic. Well, in fact, he just did something in Toledo on the riverfront. Some of the grain towers. There's like a massive wall of grain towers, and he did incredible. And I think he just finished it out, but he did an incredible 3 or 4 portraits on there and some sunflowers. It's interesting to see, but he also he's a great artist, flat artist in his own right. He's done several prints, which we sell at the gallery. In fact, I've got one hanging on my wall in my office. It's a good artist, just all around good. He's a Logan Elm boy. So it's good to see him get his due.
We need to connect on him. When I started Litter Media several years back, my plan was to do something on murals of Ohio. And Pam Kello, I've reached out to her, and Mr. Hinn, want to reach out to him as well to maybe do some type of collaborative feature on some of their work, because it is absolutely fantastic.
Yes, totally agree. Totally agree.
Before we put a wrap on things, I'm sure there's a way you can be contacted by others who might want to stop in and see the place.
Yes. The gallery, like I say, it's at 135 West Main Street, and we are open, staffed by volunteers. So we are only open Fridays, Saturdays, and Sundays. To know our hours, you can check us out on Facebook, Pickaway ArtsaRound. Go to our website, ArtsaRound.org. You can email us if you want to know anything more about this. That's at pickawayaround@gmail. And Facebook as well is a good way to contact us. Don't have a phone number, not yet, but we're working on it.
Now, if visitors only come during the pumpkin show, are you all hands on deck for the pumpkin show, or do you close down?
Pumpkin shows, we are right downtown in the thick of everything, so it's a busy week for us. We get hundreds of visitors, if not thousands, coming in the door. It's quite impressive, which makes me think, if you are out there and any of this sounds great, we always can use volunteers. Volunteers are like gold to us. If you've got a passion for the arts, if you've got if you're an artist yourself, even if you just like to see nonprofit organizations flourish and grow and impact their community, please give us a call. We would love to put your skills to work and round out our palette, so to speak, of volunteers. So love it.
That'd be great. Dale Herron with ArtsaRound in Circleville. Thank you again for your time, and thanks for making time for us.
Thanks so much for having us. We'd love to get the word out. And if you need me back again, give me a holler.
Sounds good.
Thank you.